welcome to this week's weekly meditation. So we start our meditations with a weekly meditation. And this meditation for this week, I've chosen it to be on the breath, on breathing. And I'll explain to you why I've chosen the breath as our weekly meditation. But let's first of all start, as we always do, with a quote. And this quotation is from Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh was a Buddhist monk. He passed about 3 years ago. And he's written so many books, but Thich Nhat Hanh is one of those inspiring leaders that actually influenced me. So I'm happy to share this passage, this quote with you. And it's a very simple one. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I calm my body. And breathing out, I smile. In another, the full quotation on breathing, he also says, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. In other words, he equates breathing as quite central to meditation practice. And in actual fact, whether it's a Buddhist tradition or a Christian tradition or whatever meditative tradition it is that you tend to connect or link with, breathing is central through all meditation traditions. And it's central because we can't do anything without it. And yet, even though we are aware of that, how often do you actually remember that you're breathing? How often do you pay attention to the breathing process as it happens to you? I mean, even now that I'm talking, I can only talk because I am breathing. How often do you pay attention to that which keeps you alive and ticking? And so today's meditation is about bringing awareness back to what matters as we start the week. Because really, there's no week, there is no workplace, there is no strategizing, there is no school, there is nothing this week without the breath. I often like to say, I'll just say this before we kick into this meditation. I often like to say that we breathe in and out 16 times a minute, approximately about 16 times a minute. By the end of an hour, you and I would have breathed in and out like that, 960 times or thereabouts. And by the end of each day, you and I would have breathed in and out approximately 23,000 times a day. How aware are you of your breathing? And so to kickstart this meditation, this 10-minute meditation, I'd like you to bring to this practice, to this meditation that we're going to share right now, bring a sense of gratitude. A sense of gratitude that we are here and that we can share this space together and bring this space into the workplace, school, whatever it is that we do this week. Bring a sense of gratitude with each breath that we take. And so this is a meditation. This is a 10-minute meditation on breathing. And I ask you to begin by getting yourself into a comfortable position. If you're sitting on a chair like I am, get comfortable with the way that you're sitting. Notice your feet as they touch the floor, giving you balance even as you sit. Notice the small of your back against the back of the chair. Notice how your body is located, where the palms of your hands are at. Mine are placed on top of my two knees. And as you do all of this noticing, also notice your breathing as it occurs, as you notice your body. If you're lying on the bed, notice your breathing as you get comfortable. If you're listening to this meditation, as you're walking up and down the floors of the office or outside, wherever you are, notice your breathing as you also notice the sound of my voice in this meditation practice. And bringing attention now to the natural rhythm of your breathing. Allowing the inhale to occur as it occurs, and the exhale to naturally occur as it occurs. Noticing that you are not the one breathing, really. Breathing happens to you. See if you can step back and just almost watch. Watch the breathing as it occurs. Watch the rise and the fall of your chest with each inhale and exhale. Feel the air as it flows through your nose. And notice the sensations that you feel with each in-breath. The air perhaps feels cool on the inhale, doesn't it? And also notice how it feels a bit warmer on the exhale. Notice too the sensations that you feel with each in-breath and out-breath. Notice the sensation as the air hits your stomach after the inhale. Notice the relaxation that you may feel with the exhale. Almost ride. Allow yourself to ride the wings of your own breathing. Pay attention as best you can. I like to describe it as paying attention to each iota of breath. And that simply means paying attention as best you can. There's no perfectionist approach here. As best you can. to the inhale as it happens. Every single movement of that breath from the inhale through your nostrils, through your nose, feeling the coolness of the air, noticing your chest gently rising and gently falling with the exhale, paying attention to each phase of each breath. Paying attention as though nothing else matters apart from this breath and this exhale and this inhale and this exhale, and again, and again. And if you notice that your mind wanders, don't give yourself a hard time. Just ever so gently and with compassion, bring your mind back to the breath. It's what the mind does. It's okay. Come back to the breathing. Pay attention to it. Paying attention in mindfulness means concentrating. And concentrating does not have to be and should not be at all a perfectionist state. As best as you can, pay attention to each iota of breath. And now for the next few minutes, that's all I want you to do. Pay attention as best you can to each inhale and each exhale. Also notice the pause in between each breath, just at the end of the inhale and before the exhale kicks in, there's a pause. Pay attention to that too. Notice the sensations that you feel, perhaps around your body, a sensation of warmth around your legs, neck, head, arms. Perhaps you don't feel any sensations at all. That's okay. Notice that too. And as we come towards the end of this 10-minute practice, and as you keep on noticing your breathing, watching your breathing as it happens to you, watching this miracle of the breath that keeps you alive, bring a sense of gratitude for the time that you spent here today. Bring a sense of gratitude to the fact that you are breathing, that you are aware that you're being breathed. And as you do that, taking one final breath, and thank you for participating in this meditation this week. And what I like to do is offer you a tip, as I always do before we end today. And a simple tip during this week is at some point during the day, just in the midst of what you're doing, just focus your awareness, focus your attention on a breath, on this breath. Notice the air go all the way down to your stomach, to the base of your stomach, and up again, and out through your nostrils, and just notice the feeling of that breath. Notice the feeling of that intentional breath. You see, when you have an intentional breath, it's different. It's different from the normal breathing that we do where we're not even aware that we're breathing. So pay attention to your intentional breathing. And that's a tip to take with you during this week. And now let me end with the quote again from Thich Nhat Hanh. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Have a good week and see you soon.